Belief in accident and destiny does not preclude responsibility. 7. Accident and destiny are not contrary to the will and power of human beings and their responsibility for what they work and earn. God Almighty has given people power and will. IHTIYAR. When a person puts his power and will into something, it is called KESB, earning. If Allah Almighty wills, He creates that work according to the will of man. This is also an accident, a creation. Therefore, since this earning is based on His own free will and volition, He should be responsible according to the value of that work. Otherwise, He cannot absolve Himself from responsibility by saying, "What can I do? This is fate." However, when a person is going to do something, he does not know what fate is. He acts according to his own thoughts and desires. He has nitrogen monoxide right to consider himself free from the responsibility of his work by basing his work on a fate that he does not know in advance how it will turn out. 71. It is a belief in compulsion for a person to consider himself devoid of any kind of will, which is not true. Some of our affairs depend on our will and desire. For example, sometimes our hands tremble because of a disease, and sometimes we make them tremble ourselves. Is there nitrogen monoxide difference between these two tremors? Of course there is. The first trembling is compulsory, not voluntary. The second trembling, on the other hand, is voluntary, of our own will and volition. For example, if someone slaps one of them, they immediately get angry and try to retaliate. Whereas, according to their own claims, that person should not be blamed, because his slapping is, according to their beliefs, an act of fate, and those who claim force should not, according to their beliefs, expect a reward from God Almighty for their good deeds, because those deeds are also the result of fate. According to them, the servant has nitrogen monoxide influence on them. God is the Creator. How can they expect a reward for their good deeds when they do not accept responsibility for their bad deeds? On the contrary, to believe that man has full power and will to do everything and that he can accomplish everything is to deviate from the fateful sect. This is also not true. In this case, man thinks that he is some kind of creator and dares to take on a quality that is reserved for God. Man is the winner. He earns the work by his will, and God Almighty is the Creator. This world is a world of testing. Allah Almighty, in His wisdom, has given people power and might. Therefore, the servant is held responsible and liable. If man spends this bounty of his Creator on good deeds, he will be rewarded. Therefore, it is the duty of people to save their own lives and try to do their worldly and hereafter affairs well in order to have a bright life. Otherwise, it is never permissible to abandon this work, saying, whatever happens is destined to happen. Islam does not allow laziness and slackness. Man has only what he works for. NAJM 39.